Hey guys, it's Isopods and more with me. I hope everything's going well with you and you're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love and that you can hear me well. I am going out on one of my walks, unplugging as I call it. Normally when I go out on these walks and unplug, I would leave this around home and just have maybe my camera. But I'm doing something a little different and gonna take a walk with you guys. So I hope everything's going well with you. You're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. I'll put on some music and let's go for a little walk on my GoPro. Alright guys, this is actually the tree where I farmed most of the stuff that I keep for my Porcelio spinicornis and that I'm just kind of keeping around. I noticed, I think I mentioned in my zebra video, that the zebras, especially the small ones, seem to be loving the wood chunks I put in there from these trees, so that's good. But what I wanted to do is take a moment and thank you. If you are here from the old channel, if you're here because you're new, and if you're here because you got lost, thank you. Thank you for spending that time with me. I always say I appreciate the time that you spend with me because you can't get that back. Time is the most sacred thing you can give to someone, especially me, as you don't really know me, because you can go out on more walks, you can make new videos, get a new job, you can make more money, get a new house, you can buy more isopods, collect more leaves and bark, get more bins, you can do all that, but what you give to me in terms of your time, I cannot give you back. So thank you for that. I do have a saying, freedom first, safety second. That's about all the positivity. I'm gonna go for a little walk and see what I find, and when I get there, give a little talk. Hope you follow me again. When I'm out on my walks, I always look for wood like this, human-produced wood. It's not good for isopods, but it also has what I think I see right there. This nails sticking out. So on my walks, I'm going to do what I do now. Pick this up and take it to the dumpster, which stinks for me because now I have to stop doing what I enjoy. But this helps me do what I enjoy. Bummer if there's any isopods in there, any other bugs, I feel bad. But like I say, those nails are not something I'm comfortable leaving out here. So let's take this away. Luckily, it's not too far. I am excited this summer to start playing with all of this stuff. I'll go back there in a moment. I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever you may or may not celebrate. And if you don't celebrate anything, I just hope you're having a wonderful life and a wonderful time. It's very important to not only around the holidays, but the holidays serve as a good reminder for those who need it. But it's a way for them to be reminded that it's a time to be thankful and appreciative for what you have. For Christmas, for me, my ex has custody of the kids, so I am going to get to see my kids around lunchtime after they get up, do their morning present routine, hang out with them for a few hours, and then bring them back home. And that's not ideal for me. And I'm okay with that. The reason is I think Christmas is about family. And the reality of it is my girls love me. They know that I'm their father and their family. But over at my ex's, they have family there for the holidays, and I don't. So after my girls go, I'm going to be alone. And before my girls go, I'm going to be alone. But I want my daughters to understand that being around family with the holidays is what the holidays are about. So while I'm sad, I'm very happy because I know my daughters are getting the things that they need, time with family, those principles and those foundations and substances that they can always look back and learn from and see, as opposed to me or another parent or anyone in general trying to hog my, if I was hogging my kids because it makes me feel better at the expense of giving my kids time to be with their family, I wouldn't feel right about that. So it's one of those things that I think it's important to always kind of take a moment and think about what the holidays are, what they mean to you, and maybe think about what they should mean to you. So if you, and this is a big thing for me, especially if you have grandparents, older, uncles, aunts, loved ones, friends, whatever, not everyone feels the same about a text message saying Merry Christmas that you probably sent out to 20 people on a list. Some people love that personal phone call or video call or a visit. I know COVID is a thing and that's a reality, and I don't begrudge anyone for taking care of themselves, but there are ways to be personal, and to a lot of people, me included, I'm only in my 40s, but I don't like text messages that much. They're informative and to the point, but they don't let me know how you feel, generally speaking. But I can also hear in your voice and see in your eyes when I'm talking to you. And that is so much more wonderful than getting a text message that everyone else got. So take a little bit of time, show the ones that you love during this holiday, there's a woodpecker out there, that you do love them. I have a saying, you can make time for people or you can make excuses. And when it comes time to evaluate how much you love someone and you look back, did you make time for them or did you make excuses so you didn't have to see them, talk to them, or so you could do what you felt you needed to feel better for yourself, even if it didn't make that person feel like you maybe thought you wanted them to feel. Take that time, appreciate the ones you love, and go easy. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, it's Isopods and more with me. And you can call me Steve-O. This is just a little introduction to me that I haven't really done. I am Steve-O. I always say I will not give my age, but I will give you a riddle. I turn 42 this coming November. I am a 6-year Marine Corps veteran. I am disabled through the military. And there's blue jays and woodpeckers out. This is awesome. I am divorced. I have 3 daughters. And I live in Southeast Michigan. I don't want to talk about how I got into isopods and all of that here, only because someone specifically asked me, and I would like to do a video on it because it's just a neat little story. So, again, I live in Southeast Michigan, and I did want to talk about when I come out here and unplug. The wonders about it is, as you can see, I get removed of and unplugged from all of my stresses and anxieties, all the things at home that I need to worry about that are constantly going through my mind. And the wonder about coming out on these little forays is I have a lot of option, and I mean option in terms of the fact that I can come out here and all those things I mentioned, take a moment, think about them, process, prioritize, put them into order, and get a routine for my day or for my week going, things like that. I don't have to worry about what errands I have doing, if I have laundry, dishes I need to do, things to straighten up that are all, whether it's just visually or mentally grabbing my attention. I don't have to worry about that here. And one thing I often mention that I like about unplugging like this is, granted, I live in Michigan and I love it here. I don't want to go anywhere else. And the joy of it, one of the joys in my opinion, is the fact that I can walk out here. I don't have to worry about venomous snakes or black bear. Now those are up north and stuff. There's actually a breed of venomous snake that I did not know in Michigan, but there's no massive threats. While I could probably run into a deer or a coyote out here, I'm more likely to get in trouble with meeting a person or someone's dog out here. But my point is, I'm always conscious of the dangers because I know what a deer could do to you. I've walked out here and seen fawn. I almost stepped on one before. And I understand if mama deer hears that, sees that, or if dad deer, or if it's mating season, what a deer can do. So again, I need to be mindful of that. But I'm also just mindful of things in general, more so now that I'm into isopods, because now I'm looking for things to collect, spots to harvest from, things to note, things like that. The other part that's a beauty about walking out here is I can do the exact opposite of all of that. And I do it a lot, and I just come out here and sit and just listen. Lay on a piece of wood, lay on the snow if it's out here, walk, just stare at the water. There's so much to do out here, and it's all in your head in a way. Because you're just walking and enjoying yourself. That's the joy of these little unplugging missions. Now, since we're talking about me, I am going to go take another walk. And I'm going to go to a place that's a little bit more deep, and you may not want to hang out for that. If you do not, I want to thank you and say I hope everything's going well with you and you're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. Have a happy holiday season, a happy new year. And I am going to go find a spot, and I'm going to just talk about mental health in general, myself, and the interesting or ironic disaster that led me to where I am today and arguably saved my life. So again, go easy, and hopefully I catch you there. If not, go easier. If I can show some video, I'll try to remember, but this tree and this place, when it rains during the warm months, kind of gets flooded, and the snapping turtles usually hang out in this whole area, specifically down in that root system. I thought that's kind of neat. Let's go.